review station here at Jubilee Road. In today's episode we are looking at something rather small, as you can see in front of the camera. This is the all new 009 gauge Bachmann Quarry Hunslut, which as you can see is an 040 saddle tank. Now this is currently the smallest locomotive I have in my collection, but does that mean it's lacking detail or performance? Let's find out in today's video. We will be looking at what we get in the box. We'll be looking at detail and quality and some of the technical details, and then we'll see the running performance at the end of the video. So let's get straight into it. So as usual then, we do get a little bit of paperwork. As you always do, there's something about the warranty. Bachmann always put that in their box. And this one is sort of a little owner's manual sheet. If you open it right up, as you can see, it gives you plenty of information all on there. Now a bit of technical, we do have a DCC decoder socket in here, and as it's telling us just below, I don't know if you can see that, this requires a 6-pin micro decoder to be fitted. So if you have one of these and you want to put that in, that is fine. And then we got some stuff about detailing parts, oiling points, and how to take the body off and all that kind of stuff. So always useful information. So we do get 2 detailing bags in here. We get etched builder's plates and nameplates. I really wish they'd fit these before they send it to us. It would be much easier if they did. And then in this little pack we do have detailing packs. You can see that? That is the toolbox that fits just here in front of the cab over the boiler, as this loco does. So there we go, plenty of bits, lamps and fire irons and that kind of stuff in there. And here is the loco itself. What a beautiful little thing. So next up then, we'll have a look at the loco's details and features. Well, here we go with the details. Now, I gotta be honest, this loco is quite a pain to film, because I'm used to filming 00 gauge locos, so this should be fun. So then we go to the front of the model first. Just look at this thing, how nice it is. We do have the coupler there, which is slightly different, as you may think from 00 gauge, but this being a lot smaller gauge, they use slightly different couplings, and they do look more realistic. The buffer beam then is filled with rivets, as you can see, and picked out in red, and we do have 2 holes in the buffer. Now, according to Bachmann, they've put buffer blocks in the detailing bag, but there's none in there. The instructions say how to fit them, which is a bit interesting. But this loco is preserved, and this is how it is, just with the holes left like that, so the model is accurate. We do have a separately fitted smoke box door dart, really impressive there, and you can see the brake pipe just here running up this side of the model, really small as well. We do have a lamp iron at the top of the smoke box there, and we do have some brass pipework. You can see it just there either side of the model, and it's on this side. The chimney is very thin and tall, as you can see, with that nice sort of, I would imagine it's a brass band towards the top, but that really sets it off nicely, doesn't it? And then we can see the curved handrail around the front of the model. And here is the side profile of the model, and the detail carries on going. So we'll start at the frames then, and we've got the valve gear, which is done really nicely. For such a small locomotive, they've done a good job. And there's the cylinders, and they do look like they're lined. Yes, they are lined. That's really rather nice. Must have been a tricky job. We got the frames themselves, which are in red with even more lining. That really sets that frame off really well, doesn't it? So if we go a bit further up, we do have some under frame detail there between the running plate and the tanks, looking rather nice there. Probably looks like some sort of brake or reverser lever you can see there. We do have the name, which is slightly unusual. I think it's pronounced, is it Britomart? I think so. Let me know if I'm wrong in saying that, but I think it's Britomart. We do have a builder's plate there on the cab, and now you can see the lining all over the side tanks and the cab area, and you can see the continuation of that handrail all the way back to the cab area. Just a quick look then at the back of the little locomotive. Straight off we have the cab windows, which are really nice, and you can see that they are brass lined all the way around the outside. Really nicely done. Obviously we got the lamp iron just there if you want to fit the lamps which are in the detailing pack. Now they, just underneath, they are doors. Obviously they don't open, but they do in real life. We got the back pipe still fitted there at the rear, and we do have the coupling. The buffer beam again is nicely detailed with all those rivets, and note, there are no holes in the buffer beam like there are at the front of this locomotive. So I'd imagine this loco never ever had buffers at all at the back. And here is a look at the cab detail, and wow, the detail that they've managed to get into such a small space. Just look at that. And the camera's having a lot of trouble focusing on this because of the size of this model, but you can see there, even the glazing separately fitted it appears. But yeah, really lovely cab detail there, and you can see the rivets on the cab roof too. I have now put the model onto the 009 gauge track here at Jubilee Road. Now yes, it is a little bit more awkward filming this due to the location of the track itself, but we should get a good idea of how this runs. Now, as usual with my reviews, I don't know what's going to happen here. It's completely out the box, and it is on DC running. There's no chip in this. I'm just using my Gauge Master controller, and we're going to find out how this little loco gets on. And this will be interesting due to its very, very small wheelbase and tiny motor. So let's see what happens. I'm going to slowly turn the controller up and see if we get any life. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Well, yeah, the model's definitely started up there very nicely. Ooh, a tad hesitation there. I don't know if you saw that. Let's bring it back the other way and see how it gets on. Well, yeah, that's rather good running quality there. It doesn't seem to be mucking about too much. Ooh, a little bit there. I don't know if you spotted that because it is a bit further away from the camera itself there. If I just bring it back again. Wow, that started off quick, didn't it? Yeah, to be honest, that is very good running quality for such a small locomotive. You could see it was a tad jumpy in places. Now that could be quite a number of reasons. There could be a little bit dirt on the track or anything, so you really need to keep your track very clean and well laid for this locomotive to run, especially on DC. As I said, it might run better on DCC. So in conclusion then, what do I think of Bachmann's new Quarry Hunslut? Perfection. That's the only word I can use for this. It's, as you can see sitting in front of you, it's a lovely, beautiful little loco, and Bachmann have outdone themselves on this. We did wait a long time for these, and it's 100% worth the wait. And I hope Bachmann continue this trend on bringing us these really nice 009 gauge models, which I think they will. Just before I go, the price I paid for this, it was around £125 or £126. Yeah, of course, that's a lot of money, whatever locomotive you buy. But for the first time, I'm not going to say that's too expensive. That might not be your opinion, but it is mine. Just the quality and the detail and just the way this thing looks is enough for me to think I paid right for this. I don't know if that's your opinion, but I'm more than happy to have paid that price for this beautiful little thing. So yeah, please leave in the comments your thoughts. I'd like to hear from you. Do you have one or got one of these on order? Be really good to hear from you. And don't forget, Wally, it's only just over a week and I'll be there, so if you see me, don't forget to say hi. What I'm going to do now is leave you with a couple of running shots here at the 009 gauge part of the layout to see how it looks running around the scenic part of the line. So that's it from me. I'll be back with loads more railway content for you very soon. Bye everyone.